Just as television idolizes various jobs and eras of history, it often depicts romantic encounters as perfectly magical. But some love scenes aren't magical, they're horrifically awkward. Whether intentionally done or totally accidental, these are the most awkward love scenes on TV. How I Met Your Mother takes some really deep dives into absurdity and subversion for a network sitcom. Few episodes showcase this as well as a season 7 episode, Noretta. The awkward scenes are in the characters' heads, but it doesn't make things any less bizarre. In the episode, everyone starts to realize how much their partners remind them of their parents. This leads to a long series of cringe-inducing scenes in which characters get involved in various stages of intimacy with their parents. Nothing like simulated incest on a primetime sitcom. The whole episode serves as a way to put older actors into strange clothing and have actors kiss each other awkwardly. The imaginary parent swaps are well done, and you do genuinely laugh when each character realizes how much their partner acts like their parent. It's a classic sitcom setup executed to perfection. But that doesn't mean we'll be revisiting Noretta anytime soon.
No, I can't go through with it!
Thank God, me neither.
You're too much like my dad.
You're too much like my dad.
Your dad?
Still, it could have been a lot worse. Hey, remember Game of Thrones? We understand if you've tried to block it out, especially the relationship between Jaime and Cersei Lannister. They are, after all, brother and sister, but also lovers with several children together. So that's the thing that happened. Over and over. Every week beamed directly into your living room for years. We can't show any of it, of course, but that's okay because we don't want to. And you definitely don't want to see it. Gross. Friends set the bar for a lot of classic sitcoms, often by combining its good-natured comedy with intense awkwardness. One of the most memorable examples is when the show romantically pairs Monica with a friend of her father's named Richard, who is 20 years older than Monica. Pairing older male actors with younger actresses is hardly unheard of, but Friends goes all in with the awkwardness in this May-December romance. The worst offender has to be the season 2 episode, the one where Joey moves out. Monica's parents discover their friend is dating a much younger woman, but don't know it's their daughter. Monica's dad makes jokes about letting Richard drive his car so he can take Richard's new friend for a spin. Monica has to hide in a shower while her parents get busy on the other side of the curtain. It's a masterclass in discomfort from every angle. Oh, romance. Fleabag is an unflinching look at just how messed up everyday life can be. Well, unflinching for the writers and actors. For the audience, it's nearly impossible not to flinch at pretty much everything Fleabag throws at you. One of Fleabag's most infamous scenes comes very early in the show's run, when Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character is lying in bed next to her sleeping boyfriend. She is watching Barack Obama give a speech, and something about it gets her motor running. Trying not to wake up the man lying right next to her, Fleabag decides to address her physical needs, but of course he wakes up. It's bizarre and hilarious, which could also basically serve as a tagline for the entire show. Even funnier, Obama named Fleabag one of his favorite shows of 2019, but made no mention of his cameo, to everyone's relief. Few comics get awkward as successfully as Tina Fey, who plays Liz Lemon on 30 Rock. One of our favorite awkward love stories involving Fey's character comes courtesy of the season 3 episode St. Valentine's Day, in which Lemon attempts to romance her neighbor, Dr. Drew Baird. She's nervous, and we can't blame her. She's trying to sleep with John Hamm. The first date that ensues is one of the worst ever depicted. Liz accidentally schedules the date for Valentine's Day. A breeze happens and Drew sees her sitting on the toilet. Drew's ex-wife drops off their daughter. They have to make a surprise trip to the hospital to visit Drew's dying mother. After Drew leaves the room, the woman reveals to Liz that she's actually Drew's grandmother, and the woman he believes to be his sister is actually his real mother. Even after Drew's mother dies, she tries to sleep with him at the hospital. As Liz herself would say, blurg. There is plenty of awkward love on television, but making a grand romantic gesture fall flat is just as impressive a feat of acting. That sort of nightmare is a domain of Michael Scott, the nightmarish boss on The Office, who never met a girlfriend he couldn't embarrass publicly. That brings us to the episode Diwali. This season 3 episode is a classic. It braids together multiple character arcs, puts the Office cast in a unique situation, and demonstrates the show's mastery of cringe comedy. Things kick off horribly when Kelly invites the entire office to a Diwali celebration. Michael, ignorantly thinking that Diwali is, quote, Indian Halloween, invites then-girlfriend Carol as his date. Carol dresses up as a cheerleader.
I thought you said this was a costume party.
What does that look like to you?
An Indian woman in a sari.
It gets worse. Michael decides to propose to Carol during the festival. He is shot down, as it is only their 9th date. Later, he tries to kiss Pam, who also shoots him down. It's a parade of embarrassment from beginning to end. Losing one's virginity is a mythologized moment. Just think of all the movies built around a quest to lose it. But for many of us, the first time is awkward, anxiety-plagued, and far from the magical experience that it looks to be. It's why the episode Virgins of New Girl works so well at acknowledging the reality of most times the cringe-inducing effect. In the episode, each character episode tries to one-up each other with their personal tales of how they lost their virginity. There's an awkward after-prom date, Mick Jagger is involved in one, there's a gigantic tub of lubricant, and there's a whole lot of sexy 90s music. It's successful because it reminds us of how awkward people can be when their brain chemistry is thrown askew by sexual desire. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about TV are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.